Dr. Carter, your presentation on artificial intelligence was fascinating. I was especially interested in the ethical concerns you mentioned.
Thank you, Michael. Ethical issues are becoming increasingly important as artificial intelligence becomes more integrated into our daily lives.
One question that often comes to my mind is where we should draw the ethical line. How much decision-making power should we actually give to AI systems?
That's one of the central debates in this field. While AI can improve efficiency and reduce human error, giving it too much autonomy can lead to serious ethical dilemmas.
For example, in healthcare or law enforcement, decisions can directly affect human lives. Should machines really be allowed to make such critical choices?
In my opinion, AI should support human decision-makers, not replace them entirely. Human judgment, empathy, and moral reasoning are still essential.
That makes sense. Another issue is data privacy. AI systems rely heavily on massive amounts of personal data. How can we ensure this data is used ethically?
Data privacy is indeed a major concern. Companies and governments must be transparent about how data is collected, stored, and processed. Without transparency, trust is impossible.
I've also read about algorithmic bias. Even though AI is often seen as objective, it can actually reflect human prejudices.
Exactly. AI systems learn from historical data, and if that data contains bias, the system will reproduce and even amplify it.
That is quite alarming, especially when AI is used in hiring processes or criminal justice systems.
I agree. That's why ethical AI development requires diverse teams, continuous monitoring, and clear accountability. Someone must always be responsible for the outcomes.
Speaking of responsibility, who should be held accountable when an AI system causes harm? The developer, the user, or the organization behind it?
That's a complex question with no simple answer. Accountability should be shared, but legal frameworks still need to be updated to address these challenges properly.
Do you think international regulations are necessary, or should each country develop its own ethical guidelines?
Ideally, we need both. International standards can set a baseline, while local regulations can address cultural and societal differences.
Another concern is job displacement. Many people fear that AI will replace human workers entirely. Is this fear justified?
To some extent, yes. Certain jobs will disappear, but new roles will also emerge. The ethical challenge is ensuring a fair transition and providing reskilling opportunities.
That places a lot of responsibility on governments and educational institutions.
Absolutely. Ethical AI is not just a technical issue. It's a social, economic, and philosophical one as well.
In that case, do you believe AI can ever be truly ethical? Or will it always depend on human values?
I believe AI will always reflect human values. Therefore, the real ethical responsibility lies with us, not the machines.
That is a powerful perspective. It reminds us that technology itself is neutral. It is how we use it that matters.
Exactly. If we approach AI development with responsibility, transparency, and ethical awareness, it can become a force for good.
Thank you for this insightful discussion, Dr. Carter. It gave me a lot to think about.
You're welcome, Michael. These conversations are essential if we want to shape a responsible technological future.
Something else that worries me is how AI is being used in surveillance systems. Don't you think constant monitoring threatens individual freedom?
That is a very serious concern. Surveillance technologies powered by AI can improve public safety, but they can also easily cross ethical boundaries if misused.
Especially when facial recognition is involved. People can be tracked without their knowledge or consent.
Precisely. Consent is a key ethical principle. If individuals are not informed about how and why they are being monitored, the system becomes morally questionable.
Some governments argue that people must sacrifice a bit of privacy for security. Do you find that argument convincing?
I believe it is a dangerous oversimplification. Security and privacy should not be treated as opposites. A balance must be carefully negotiated.
That balance seems very difficult to achieve, especially when technology evolves faster than laws.
Exactly. Legal systems often lag behind technological advancements. This creates a regulatory gap where ethical violations can occur.
Another ethical issue I've been thinking about is AI-generated content. Deep fakes, for example, can seriously damage trust in media.
That is an excellent point. When people can no longer distinguish between what is real and what is artificial, the concept of truth itself is threatened.
That could have serious consequences for democracy, especially during elections.
Absolutely. Manipulated content can influence public opinion and spread misinformation on a massive scale. Ethical AI must include safeguards against such misuse.
Do you think tech companies are doing enough to address these ethical risks?
Some companies are making genuine efforts, but overall, profit still tends to take priority over ethics. That is a structural problem.
So, should ethical responsibility be enforced by law rather than left to corporate goodwill?
In many cases, yes. Voluntary guidelines are not enough. Clear regulations and independent oversight are essential.
That raises another question. Who should define ethical standards? Philosophers, engineers, policymakers, or society as a whole?
Ideally, all of them should be involved. Ethical AI requires interdisciplinary collaboration. No single group has all the answers.
That makes sense. Ethics should reflect shared human values, not just technical efficiency.
Exactly. If we design AI systems without considering dignity, fairness, and human rights, we risk creating powerful tools that harm society.
After this discussion, it is clear that the ethical debate around AI is far from over.
Indeed. In fact, it has only just begun. As AI becomes more powerful, our ethical responsibility becomes even greater.
Thank you again, Dr. Carter. This conversation has completely changed how I think about artificial intelligence.
I am glad to hear that, Michael. Critical thinking is the first step toward ethical innovation.